All right, ladies and gentlemen, traders, what's up? What's up? Good morning. Welcome back. Welcome back to another live session. It seems like CZU is moving up a little bit. Might be worth watching today again in case we get a surprise move. Sometimes these stocks do curl back up a third time. Yesterday we did get a decent push out of that first halt, especially. Now today it seems like we're pushing up again. But anyhow, good morning. Welcome back. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are feeling good. Hope you guys are feeling ready. I feel amazing. Feel great. It's always a good day when I'm here, feeling healthy, wealthy, wise, and ready to trade. So, what's moving and what's not? What's moving and what's not? So I'm watching AIRE, PCSA, SGBX, cheaper stock, and continuation name CZU. Those are the four that I'll be watching today. Oh, this is hilarious. These guys. Okay, let's see. Let me not get distracted. Alerts. We got alerts. Let's post this to the YouTube stream as well. All right, there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna start. Well, we have CZU up here. I'll start with CZU and then I'll move forward. So as we know, we had yesterday's high 13.14. So far, right now, we're close to that level. We got 13.87. I wonder if it might be worth watching right into the open. Could be the case, but we'll see. We'll see. Let me check here. CZU daily chart. We got some key levels that we got to get up to, which would be $18. I don't know if we'll get all the way there, but if we can, that'll be interesting. 18 and then $20 in this recent range. In this recent range, going back to April 5th and March 28th. Definitely has potential, but you know, a stock like this really needs breaking news again. We get another headline, it probably does really well. But anyhow, coming over to AIRE, this one is up 45%, and it did start yesterday. Yesterday we had a high of 183 in after hours. Not too bad there, not too bad. Let's see. So far today we came into the day, we pulled back a little bit, low of around 138, and now we curled up. It seems like we are ascending here, which is good. All right, for it to drop a trend line, so not bad. Can we stay on this type of trajectory and get over 183? Is it possible? That's the kind of thing I'm interested in seeing. I'm gonna check the daily chart. I had to start taking these Mucinex tablets again. Took them for a few days, no good. Maybe I got to be a little more consistent. I'm seeing 205 and 220 as potential levels. 205 going back to March 28th, where we had 29 million shares of volume. So 205, 220 perhaps can be targets. Although I don't love that it's, super close to where we are now. But, we'll see. If it's really good, perhaps 250, $3. I do have some DMs, I think, that came in the afternoon yesterday. I got to check them out. So AIRE looking interesting. Can we hold up the VWAP area? Can we continue over 183? Not looking too bad. I'm going to take a quick second to start up my screen recording. So PCSA is the other one. PCSA up 41%. This one I do like as well. Doesn't seem too bad. Sold off initially earlier pre-market, but beautiful red to green here over the last 15-20 minutes, curling up steadily and recently pushing over the VWAP. If it does pull back, I would hope we can hold up above 15, let's say, or even like 210 if it pulls back below the VWAP slightly. What's this high right here? 12. VWAP is at 18. Can we hold up 18 area plus or minus and continue higher? So PCSA not looking too bad. There's 10 million shares of volume. It's up 42%. I think a few people will at least be watching at it. I do have this one marked up a lot. I'm going to remove some of these previous trend lines. They're not going to be as relevant. All these intraday levels. It's going back to, let's see, January of last year. It looks like we had a move. Was that a high point of 591? Guys, I'll check all the DMs right after the live stream. 591. High point recently at April 9th. We had 331 before that big gap down. Perhaps an area of interest as well. For me, I'm mapping out these levels as to, in terms of, they can be targets and also areas where I could potentially see resistance. Yeah, even, April 2nd, we had a green candle with some volume that kind of just sold off a bit. So we'll see. The 200 EMA is at 753. Coming into today, I'm still looking forward to using small share size. I've sized down, for those people who might be wondering, I've sized down over the last few days, few weeks, just taking it easy. And right now, I'm just waiting for the flyer to be turned back on. This type of momentum right now, I don't really excel in. Like these cheaper, we've been seeing some cheaper stocks that grind up slowly throughout the day. For me, I'd have to use massive share size and be, super aggressive to really lock in huge days. And I don't think it's worth the risk. So I'd rather just take moderate size, get a couple $100 and just get out of here. So SGBX, which is the cheaper one, seems to be pulling back aggressively here. Last time I saw it, we were up there at 27 cents. Now it's all the way down to 20. Hopefully we can see some sort of a bounce because this is an aggressive move down. The 200 EMA here is at 55.24. There's a 2-minute warning. Yeah, 55 for target. If this happens to be good, it's not bad. Before that level, though, we do have 49 cents going back to March 8th, which is a big red candle with a topping wick. Perhaps a level to keep an eye on as well. So we'll see. Perhaps I put Sizu over here. It doesn't really look that great, but continuation. We'll see. I'm gonna leave this level 2 on SGBX just so I can, kind of get a good look at both of them. But I think PCSA into the open is the one I'm really liking. And I'll go from there. So I'm looking to take it slow, looking to be disciplined here, looking to be patient, not looking to force anything. Small share size, just 1,000 shares for the first 2 minutes here. And then I'll look to increase size. Maybe PCSA is the cheaper stock that's going to kind of go up, you know, to $3, 3.50 maybe, right? We'll see. But other than that, remember our disclaimer. Remember that day trading is risky business. So if you're new, or even if you've been around but you're not quite where you need to be, guys, take it slow. You know, take it slow. And what I did in the beginning was to use a simulator. Right, you can use risk money as well. A small amount of cash. If you lose it, does not affect your life. Because a lot of people do lose, and that's just, you know, me being honest, right? So you got to take it slow. You got to take it easy. Other than that, remember the live streams are never a reason to try and copy trade. It takes months, more commonly years, to become efficient. Lastly, I do not invest for my subscribers, so be careful with fake accounts. I will never message you first. So that being said, PCSA is the one I'm watching, and let's see what it does. Can we see a push through 250? There's 50, but back to 46, 43, 40, 36. Quite the drop off there. Gonna give it a sec. We got a few halts right into the open. AIRE also pulling back. I did have this BRFH as well on watch. Forgot to mention it, but we'll see if it curls up. It's actually moving. But can we sustain our levels? Oh, okay. BRFH seems to be moving a little bit. Highs at 03. Bit of a churn right here. Can we get through 03? 99. It's struggling. We're at the green for PCSA. It's back at 40 area. CZU moving up a little bit as well, but you know, big spreads, 40-cent spreads. Perhaps over 250 for PCSA. I'll watch. Well, I'm not going to be able to trade both of them. And this one is back down. There's 49. There's 52, but back to 47 immediately. So PCSA struggling at the high of day move. And BRFH coming down. Small share size for me here. Small share size. I'm not going to dare go up in size to any real size until something like, you know, really proves to me. And so can we see 60 right here? You know, good, 61. Like, this is what I need to see. 63. We need to hold up our levels now. Okay. All right. I'm interested. I'm interested. High fill right there. I'm interested enough to use 2500 size. Do not Titanic, and it is Bretta. Come on. Oh, that's not good. First though, it's a little choppy. Seems like it is bouncing back. It's trying. We'll see if it gets through 50. MTC. It's gonna be a well, we'll see. We'll see what type of day we really get. It's pretty early. Again, similar to yesterday, the day before that, it's gonna come down to this type of stock and just, you know, a couple cents, a couple cents, a couple cents, and try to build something. But I'm gonna have to use more size. I'm gonna have to use like 4,000 shares at least if I want to make something. But I don't think I'll go over that type of size though. So hopefully it holds up its levels though. That's the main thing. Is if we can hold up our levels. I'm not gonna go up to like 10,000 shares. I think that might be too much. Not great for the breakout. Lippage there. That should have been a scratch trade, but okay, cool. The new 5 minute candle is 2 minutes out. I would like to see a little more volatility out of it. Low of the last candle is 51. We got highs. We got highs at 68. Really? Really? What's the low there? 35? It's actually not a bad 5% pullback, but we wouldn't want to see it happen like this. So it'll probably get back up to 50 eventually. We'll see if it consolidates down here first. It's nonsense, man. AIRE, let me just do a quick rotation here. Let's see. Nothing else really looking decent. Sizu, no good. EJH. Is it worth looking at? There's so much green here, but it's like not really bouncing. EJH, let me just take a quick look. Definitely not worth looking at. Falling off a cliff. Well, so far this stock is not as strong as some of the other ones we had yesterday, the day before, right? In terms of that stock around $1, $2, $3 price range, kind of pushing and pushing. I think yesterday it was BOF, something like that. The bad thing with this one is we had two big flushes, kind of like in areas where you wouldn't really expect a flush. A bit random, but part of the deal. It's why I wouldn't want to go up to super huge size, though, because the sentiment is a little weaker. How long have I been trading? I don't know if this question is for me or someone else in the chat, but I'll answer anyways. 5 years. Trading this quick hyper scalping style. These last 2 weeks have been so slow though. I've sized down, just taking it easy. BR, FH. Can I keep going here? Can we keep going? 6, 7. Needs to be immediate. 8. Come on. 9. Struggling here at 9. I'm gonna get back in though. Where are those bulls? Want to see this one overview up. Look at that green, and it's like nothing happening. Like this, people buying at and above the at the ask price. The ask price is not moving. Ay ay ay. Short sellers heaven. So 19 is the high. See, I'm a little bit hesitant to buy this type of dip there at 7 because I'm seeing that it's like just rejecting the level of 20. And I don't want to be buying a falling knife, so I kind of think twice about the area, but it does hold up. Versus in a stronger market, we're pulling back because of extension. Like we're just up too high and it needs a pullback. And once we start to base, I feel more comfortable to take that dip. So can we hold up the VWAP and get over 20? That's going to be the key here. Mm, and a little higher there. Not great. Fair try. Just that red hitting the tape. How low are we gonna go here? 2. Gonna cut it scratch and wait. Tried to sell '06 on the ass. Didn't get the fill just now. Let's see how it does this time. I want to see 7, 8, 9. 6. 6. 4 on the ask. I'm gonna size up some more. Try and get more bang for my buck on a few of these trades, but of course with more size I have to be accurate. It's mandatory with size. Mandatory to be accurate. '19 was still was resistant. We'll see what it does once it gets up there. So far so good on this move up. We gotta hold up our levels here. So we're having trouble at that level of 19. Well, not what I wanted. I'm in more size than I anticipated there. I tried to cancel my limit order, but then it seems like some shares still got filled. That went low though. That went to 02. I mean, from 19 all the way to 02. I was expecting like 6, 5, maybe 4. I want to see it back over 10 if it's any good here. But you got to be careful for a flush out too. Guys, if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. If you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch, hit that thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel as well. Slow day here so far, watching ticker symbol BRFH. BRFH. Oh, are we coming down? 97, 95. That should have been a winning trade. We had lows down here before. Perhaps it does double bottom in this area. That previous low was 98 though. So far we got a low of 95. There's something else. Is there something else to trade? Let's see. 10-minute halt, ACON. Is ACON halted up? Let me double check. Oh no, this one isn't halted. Cheaper stock. Hood. EJH. I wonder if this one will give a bounce at some point. Where are we? 84 cents. What's the news on this though? Probably an offering. Sometimes these can give a good bounce. Not even seeing anything fresh. I'm gonna keep an eye on it. I'm gonna keep an eye. Hopefully I don't get myself into trouble here. I'm gonna double check to see if I can find the news. Small share size anyways. I don't even see any news. Oh. Oh, 1 and 25 seconds coming up. I'm gonna watch it. If there's an opportunity, I'll take it. Small size. We're halted down at 84. Oh, perhaps too early waiting. And this size might be too small, actually. Do not take me to the depths. Small loss. Might not be ready to bounce. When it gets ready, it's jumping like a bunch of cents. These monster sellers. I could use size, but I'd have to be. Maybe not. Maybe not. Probably not. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. $50. Better than nothing. EJH. $50, can't complain. Slow day. I mean, we're flat right now, though, right? We're flat. Just flat waiting. So I was telling the audience, I think yesterday or the day before, that I was supposed to take a vacation this week. This 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 was but we had this conversation before about how I feel about taking vacations, right? Right in this particular place in the in my career. But this week, man, this week, this week, in the last 2 weeks, I'm gonna let Marcelo, Tim, and Triad take over the live stream at this rate. I'll let these guys live stream, and I'm gonna get the heck out of here. Come back Monday. BRFH watching it here. Really? Come on, brother. Well, that's disappointing. Yeah, that type of move down right there is telling me, hey, go book that flight and get the heck out of here. And that looked pretty good. I'm waiting for back over 2. We had 06. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take 201. Watch for the move back up to 06. Here we are at 90. In the depths. But Meta, Tesla. I think Meta had earnings yesterday. I didn't watch that. I didn't watch this one. Let's see how did they do. Well, not so good. From 500 back to 428. What's the percentage on that? Is that segment? What is that, like 15%? That's a lot. That's kind of a lot. 15% drop. Some brutal stuff, man. Unbelievable that drop just now, man. scratch trades, but still. Yeah, at this rate, I think I'm gonna let Marcelo, Tim, and try. What's today? Today's Wednesday. Well, no, today's Thursday. Maybe I go till like next Thursday or something. I don't know. Thursday to Thursday. Maybe Marcelo can have Monday, Tuesday. Tim can take Wednesday, Friday. Maybe Triad can take Thursday. Or it depends on who's available and who might want to live stream. I'm pretty sure some of you guys on the YouTube stream wouldn't mind seeing Marcelo or one of the other guys, right? Maybe we give, well, I don't know, maybe Crispy might not want to, but maybe we give Save a day too. We want the pastor. The pastor is gonna have to take a vacation at some point, and there'll have to be arrangements. But can you guys believe this is the same market from February? Night and day difference. Night and day difference. In these periods, my main thing is to not lose money. And I mean, red days of like 1K, 1.5, even like 800, like plus every day, every day. I gotta avoid that at all costs. And just kind of sideways. If I can be green on some days or really good green, that's great. But the main thing, bottom line, right, as these big companies would say, bottom line is for me to go sideways. And the moment that the fire is turned back on, well, I know what to expect. The natural cycle, hot, cold in between. During these times, though, there's still usually momentum, but it sometimes is in a different space, like maybe on mid caps, large caps, something else. Maybe I widen my scanner. I mean, even Holo kind of gave a decent move here, but volume was a little lighter. I think I widened up my scans a little bit for the watch list. Let's see. Yeah, I probably widen up to $100, and then tomorrow see if there's stocks around like $50 that are like giving good opportunities. Sometimes that's all it is. For those of you guys who are using Momo Pro, are you guys finding the alt levels useful? Yeah, WISA moving up, but again, that volume, it's approaching yesterday's high, but bad CPI, no rate cuts. Higher for longer. WISA, I'm noticing a spread here. Higher for longer indeed. maybe we don't see one until the end of summer, right? Because a lot of people were expecting in January, like end of April, maybe end of May. Like, there's no way for me to scalp this stock here right now without taking on a crazy amount of risk. It's also a good reason, let's say a good time really to say, right, hold up, thought 97, 98. There's a 32,000 share seller at 7. Yeah, I'm gonna say if we're able to do well in a hotter market, it's why it's always good to keep something back, not go too crazy with spending, so that if a colder time come, and it will, there's no sense of like scarcity or panic or anything like that. You just, business as usual. It's a good risk management, right, as well. Depending on the individual and where you are with your career, if you're full time or not. Will this seller come down? Will these shares get bought up? If the volume is super high, it's not enough. I wouldn't mind still trying. Try again. And I'm back out. Need to see a quicker move here in a situation like this for breakup to $1. There's 09, there's 10, 14. So it's inching up. The halt opposite 48 if it happens to just take off. Now at 56, the halt up. Can we get halted up? Is that a possibility? I don't know if it'll happen, but if it does, that'll be great. But this stock is extended, and I don't want to forget that and buy the highs. Even on the first pullback, I'll have to be careful because we haven't had one yet. Days like today, though, really remind me, right, that as much as I love trading, you got to be well diversified. What I need is 10 buildings. Easier said than done. It's going to take an immense amount of work to get to this stuff, but a couple of buildings, maybe not even 10, just a couple of buildings, and having that income coming in there, man, to where you can, not have to lift the muscle, and that income is just coming in. At the end of the day, trading is still active income. If we don't wake up and trade, that's it, right? You go skateboarding and you fall on your arms, you break both your arms, that's it. So there's still a lot of risk in that aspect. Yeah, it's having some trouble up here. Could have took 92 there, but you know, it's back to 7, maybe 96 fill, out 02. It's 5-6 cent trade. Small size, not a ton. Active income, active income. AIRE is coming down a bit. It looks like WISA might come down some more here too. VWAP at 84. CZU, Olo. Market looking slow, brother. Boeing, I tell you, man. Looks like he's um, Macy's. McDonald's. What's McDonald's? McDonald's. Is it MC? MCD. Companies like McDonald's just going up and up and up. Walmart. WMT. Walmart doing well. Walmart pushing up over the last couple of years. Which means Target should be doing all right. PCSA. Potential red to green. Typically for the ABCD, this is exactly what I want to see. We've had a double bottom and or a higher low. The question is will we see volume here over VWAP? Do not sell off. Hold up your levels and curl up. Where are those bulls? Oh, it's not even on the screen. PCSA. PCSA. Where are those bulls? Can we see something? But this is not a good sign here for something trying to break over the VWAP in a weaker market. Already topping tail. This is telling me, hey, if this gets to 40, just go short. And perhaps it sells off. Not encouraging for a bullish move up. And can it still go? Of course it can, but you know, not super encouraging to get this small wick. But the 5-minute candlestick does still look good. So I can keep an eye there on the bigger picture, the bigger time frame. And perhaps I can try it again. We gotta hold up though. Tight stops. As long as it doesn't teleport down, it should be good. We'll see if it does bounce up a little bit. MTC. These Momo halts are pretty good, man. It's real time. Not bad, not bad at all. Shout out to Momo Pro, man. Momo Pro, definitely a pretty good scanning software. You guys can check it out if you're interested. And you can utilize coupon code Relentless for 25% off for 6 months. It just needs one more thing, and just kind of been asking for this for so long, is a percentage gain filter to be added to the stream. And then this will be the ideal Hive Day momentum scanner and gap scanner for 30 bucks. Can't go wrong. But it needs that percentage gain filter to be added here to this stream, this high-low ticker. That way we can get it a little tighter. If you don't want to see anything below 20%, let's say, you know, you got a minimum percentage and a max percentage. Hey, I don't want to see anything below 15%. Okay, some people, they might want to see something coming from lower, so that, you know, they'll have the option. That's the good thing with a scanner, is that you need the option. If it's something that someone else might think is nonsense, then they turn that particular filter off. But you need the option. So once I see something moving here, I know it's something above 30%, and boom, I can then type it in and see what's going on. Momo Pro, Mometic, Mometic, Momo Pro. The key thing for me in a slow market is to always be ready, because when the day comes, it's gonna be a stock that just starts off like normal, and then before you know it, it's the hottest stock we've seen in days, weeks. And on that particular day, it's always important if you can capitalize, because then you position yourself very well for the next hot cycle. Oh, it's so late. Okay, cool. It's trying. PCSA trying again. I want to see a little more volatility out of this thing. Can we see 43, 44, 43? We need to see more movements here. Slowing down and becoming too gradual again. Not liking what I'm seeing here. Something, anything. Can we start to pick up the pace here? Can we pick up the pace? Stock is crawling. Still seeing red. Ton of selling there. 39. Yeah, I'm losing interest in this one. Unless it picks up some more volumes, it gets a little more volatile, it's not going to do it for me. It's 10:33. Do I want to consider shutting it down? Calling it a slow day. Red 140, scratch trade. One trade within the spreads on a hot day. I love that I'm managing risk well, man. You know, this I could easily be down on a day like today, 1.4K, and it's like, this is good. Just gotta maintain, survive, tread water, as they say, and not sink. Sometimes, you got to be able to keep the money. You got to be able to keep. A lot of traders out there can make money, but sometimes it's hard to keep it. We got to be able to retain our earnings, protect the profits, preserve the account, protect our capital. For those of you who are doing super well in these slower markets, that's good, and it's a great sign, really, that you can do even better when things pick back up some more. You just can't allow the volatility to throw you off, right, in the hotter markets. You gotta still nail those key entries and stay locked in. My longest sideways period was 6 months. I don't think we'll see a sideways period of 6 months again. Hopefully not, but just to let the people know, right? My longest period without trading, and I don't think this will happen again either, because now things are so different, but there was a 3 week period in July of 2020, I believe, or maybe 2019, maybe 2019. A 3 week period where I did not trade because you'd show up. I mean, this stuff was ridiculous. The volume also in the market now was not how it is, or let's say it wasn't the same back then. So imagine showing up and like nothing is moving. Like, it's hard to imagine, like not even a stop like PCSA, like that's what we were dealing with back in those days. Just slow momentum to the point where candlesticks are not even really moving, and it didn't make sense to trade. 200,000 shares of volume on the day, it's like, yeah, 221,000 share seller at 50. Lovely. It is somewhat volatile here. Let's see what it does if it gets up to 50, because that's a massive seller. Well, some of the shares are being bought up. Down to 212. I want to see if there's shares to short, actually. I should have thought about this sooner. Sometimes you got to play both sides, long and short. I'm a bull at heart. I'm a bull at heart, but you know, if there's a good short trade coming up and we can make some money, it would have been nice to have shares available and everything. No shares available. Think or swim. Does say HTB, hard to borrow. $205,000 shares remaining. Barely filled any shares. $204, $203. I think it's a 70,000 share order on BATS coming through too. In this type of weaker market, I'm surprised the stock has not sold off really and truly after an order of that size coming up. So at least a little bit, right? We're still consolidating in this range. Now it's not a million shares, but still. So people are interested. Maybe there's some bigger people buying as well. So perhaps it does go through eventually. The worst possible fill there, but okay, cool. Right. Can we see that uptrend and retest of the level here? Scratch trade. Get back in again. $202,000 shares still sitting there. I think it will go eventually. It would be good if the order gets cancelled. That would be best case scenario. Best case scenario, the order's cancelled, and oh, this is not good. There's more sellers coming in. 46, about 100,000. Yeah, well, it's probably going to come down now. This is even more resistance. If it gets through 46, I'd be impressed. Yeah, these days you got to be careful, man. You got to be very careful. You don't want to overtrade. The thing, what makes it like I was even thinking just now, like, do I even want to be here for this? Like, because I know what it looks like on a hot day where I'm making thousands of dollars. It looks nothing like this. Like, do I really want to be here for this? It's a valid question. Can you make money here in this type of market? I think the answer is yes, but there's a little bit more risk being that the opportunities are fewer and farther apart. But I just can't see myself being up like 5,000 on a day like this, like on a stock like this. It just doesn't have what the other stocks would have on a hot day. In fact, I don't even want to use more than a certain amount of size. It's not a bad question to ask yourself, like, do I really want to trade this type of momentum? Especially with a huge size or bigger size. This doesn't even remotely resemble a day that would be a good day. In terms of volatility, momentum, stocks being halted up, you know, into the open, huge move, big drop, big rip, new highs, consolidating at the highest, breakout again. Stock is at $5. And the real difference is the amount of time it takes for a stock to move. I think that's the real thing about the slower market. You know, when we started watching this at VWAP from 10:30 to 10:45, we went from 234 to 245. We went up 10 cents in 15 minutes versus on a hot day, a hot stock, we'd go up 10 cents in less than a second. In fact, we go up 40 cents in less than a second. And so the range is just limited, right? So you got to put that into consideration and, adjust, right? When it comes to like a plan for the day. Plan for the day. And maybe some people with the longer hold times can do better in these markets too, right? I mean, depending on where you're watching to take trades as well. Like primarily, I don't love below VWAP, but we did have an ABCD here, right? Like looking at the stock, we had the initial low around 216, and then we pulled back to a low of 218 about 15 minutes later. And this is where, and this was a pretty good candlestick, like a topping, what was this called? Hammer, a green hammer candle, which is a good sign, bottoming wick. Being some people will look to get in here, stops against these previous lows, which is just 2 cents. Maybe they put more of a backstop, and it's like, hey, I'm in 5,000 shares. Okay, maybe I'm risking 8 cents. I'm gonna look to wait 15, 20, 30, 40 minutes to see what this does, and we do go from 220 back up to 245. And there's a good trade for somebody who's looking at that particular type of trade. For me, I'm always looking for something uptrending. So when this type of stock is selling off, it's not that I can't recognize this type of trade or look for it. I want something going up. So once this starts to sell off, I'm not even looking at, I'm switching over. What else is moving? What else is moving? So I'm not in a prime position to even take this type of trade. Not to mention it's below VWAP, right? If this same setup happens above VWAP, it's much better for me, but below VWAP is not ideal. So yeah, just a slower market. Just got to be patient, and the moment the sun starts to shine again, we will know, right? The moment the fire is turned back on, we will know, and we have to be ready because it'll be up to us to capitalize. But I can already see it, and it's gonna be fun, and we're gonna be here saying, "Wow, man, look at that move." We're gonna be like, "I'm impressed." Most impressive. Those are gonna be the words and the phrases that we're using, rather than all this head shaking and just like like night and day difference. It's so slow, but it's coming, and it's coming as fast as it can. So just be ready. Just be ready. Go back, watch some film, remind yourself of what a hot market looks like, and just wait patiently. You got to wait patiently and position yourself. All of that is part of the risk management system. Being a sniper in this type of market here, waiting, trying to take the best out of trades. And then when things switch back around, we want to be a little bit more aggressive, take more swings, take more shots, step up and be ready. So I'm red $5. Might as well call it here. Maybe I can come back later. And also not a time to be, wasting a ton of orders. So I want people out there to see how I'm approaching this market, right? Because, I'm literally making $2,000 a day up until 2 weeks ago. But I'm still very ready to adjust to just sideways and not, you know, fixating my mind on, hey, I still need to make $2,000 a day, right? That would be the death of me right now. If I was to be in that mindset, like it'd be a whole lot of nonsense, right? So I want you guys to see that even someone who's making a very, very like solid amount is willing to adjust instantly, overnight, the next day. So even if you're someone out there who was making $100 a day, and maybe now you're making $50 a day, right? You got to be willing to make the adjustment and know that things will average out and another hot cycle will be back. But you got to be willing to make that adjustment. So that's the lesson for today. Being willing to adjust to the market, right? Today is not yesterday, and it will not be tomorrow. So just look to react, be reactive to what's in front of you, right? You got to trade today's market. Today is not last week. It's certainly not last month. But I think that's a good place to end it off. It's 10:53 a.m. Still fairly early. Some of you guys will be going till 4. Others might be, getting ready to shift into a different gear, perhaps heading out to the day job, or maybe it's just, doing a different project or business. So good luck in all your endeavors, whatever it is that you are doing. For me, I'll be around the market a little longer, but if there's nothing, I'm not going to be interested. If I do start again, small size, and something will have to convince me to size up, I'm on the defensive. All right. So that being said, stay safe, stay green, stay safe, and stay positive. That's what I mean, right? Stay safe, stay green, stay positive mentally. Let's keep on keeping on, and let's look forward to the greatness that's to come. I can already see, I can already see those beautiful days ahead. The best days are yet to come. The best days are yet to come. If you guys are watching on and you might think, man, this guy, he's reached his limit. We've heard this hundreds of times. I can already see it so clearly. I can see it so clearly. And the better days are yet to come. So I'll be here. I'll be here always. So I'm going to shut it down. I'm going to catch you guys later. For those of you who are in the Discord, likewise, stay safe, stay green. You got to keep the discipline here through all these colder periods. And I'm going to shut it down here. Also, I'm going to start to sound like a broken record. Take care, stay safe, stay green. Relentless Trader is out like South.